Hello, my name's Lex McKee and I'd like to share with you my very new message on living organisations. Not living organisms, living organisations. A world of work that is totally satisfying. A world of work that offers a life to the full. Many of us talk about our school years as the best days of our life, the best years of our lives. Many of us work really hard to provide a retirement that will offer us the best years of our life. But I say, why wait? I give the best hours of my day and the best months of the year and the best time to my work. And as such, I want to give maximum contribution to my work, but also expect maximum satisfaction. Well, I think I have a recipe for sustainability and satisfaction that will make you smile. It's called Living Organisations, and it embraces the 7 signs of life of a living organisation. So what are the 7 signs of life? Well, the 7 signs of life are these: movement, nutrition, reproduction, excretion, growth, respiration, and sensitivity. Those are the 7 signs of life of any living organism, plant or animal. And if we transfer them to organisations, metaphorically, I think we can have a recipe for true sustainability and satisfaction. So let's start with movement. First sign of life, movement. Living organisations have a sense of progress. They move towards more of what they want. And some organisations, which are still alive, move away from what they don't want. They move towards opportunities and away from threats. Now, to be really alive, you must have very, very clear goals about what you want more of. And so living organisations at the beginning of every year, whenever that year starts for them, set clear objectives, measurable objectives, about where they want to be over the current time period. So how are you doing with your goals? Have you got clear goals for the next period of time, whether that be 3 months, 6 months, a year? I don't know. But you do. Let's clarify our goals and feel more vital and more alive when we know that we're making progress towards them. The next sign of life is nutrition. Now, unhealthy organisations feed on junk food. And junk food is quite fun, isn't it? Junk food is poor communication, it's gossip, it's rumour, it's innuendo, but it's bad for you. Living organisations have a healthy diet of game-free, authentic, honest and open communication. So if you want to feel more alive today in your working role, think about how you could improve communication with your team, with your colleagues, with your customers, with your boss. Any step towards clearer, more honest communication is going to increase your sense of vitality. 2 signs of life so far: movement and nutrition. But to be truly alive, you must have all 7 signs of life. So sign number 3 is reproduction. And reproduction is taking your best talent and making sure those skills are spread throughout the organisation. A living organisation doesn't fear losing a member of the team. It may regret it, but it doesn't fear it because we've taken our best practices, our policies and procedures, and we've reproduced them throughout the organisation. This is interdependence rather than dependency or independence. It's a true model of maturity. So how could you take one of your best talents and share that with someone else today? That will help you feel more alive. We've seen that we need to move, we need to feed well, we need to reproduce our talent, but a natural byproduct of all this hard work is excretion. And it's nothing to be horrified by, it's a natural part of life. Part of life is dealing with waste. We make mistakes, we have waste products, we have people in roles who no longer should be in those roles because they're not good for them. So living organisations deal elegantly and graciously with waste. That means there's no fear in a living organisation of putting your hand up to mistakes. If you make a mistake, you admit it and you take action to fix it and you learn from it. So living organisations can learn as much from their mistakes as they can from their successes. They do not dwell on their mistakes, but they don't ignore them either. And interestingly, in a living organism, if waste is not dealt with, it builds up and poisons the system. In the same way, an organisation that's not learning from its mistakes is poisoning itself from within. We need to embrace mistakes and learn from them and create a culture where it's okay to publicise our learnings from them, even rewarding our learnings from our mistakes. We also need to recycle properly in the normal sense of the word, and we also need to deal with people being moved on from positions which are no longer suitable for them. All these things are signs of life. One of the most exciting aspects, one of the most exciting signs of life in a living organism is growth. I love it when it's spring here in England and you see the new growth in the hedgerows and the trees and the flowers and the blossoms and the blooms. And I love to see that in people's lives as well, where you see someone who you know is full of talent, but they haven't recognised that yet. And then you work with them, you coach and you develop them, and the signs of growth begin to manifest and you see their face change. So living organisations grow in all aspects. They grow up, they grow down, and they grow outwards. They grow up to maturity in their markets in which they're already existing. They grow out through strategic partnerships, strategic acquisitions, and also new markets. But the one I find most interesting at the moment in the current financial context is growing down, going deeper with existing customers to really appreciate them, because they're the people who have brought you to your state of success now, and they need to be appreciated. They need to be reminded of how important they are to us. That's a bit like Jerry Maguire, isn't it? Going with the one client, the one customer, until success is assured. So how could you get closer to your customers today, existing customers, and grow that relationship? 2 signs of life to go now, when they are respiration and sensitivity. So respiration is gaseous exchange. It's the ability the body has, and even plants have as well, to take in oxygen, produce energy by burning nutrients, and give back carbon dioxide. It's a very, very important cycle. And this is something that living organisations have learned, that they are a part of their atmosphere, they are a part of their environment, they do not stand alone, they are not an island. And so there is a natural and appropriate give and take with living organisations. They give to their customers, they expect payment. They give to their community because their community is the context in which they live and move and have their being as a business. So when thinking about respiration, you might like to think about how you could give back to your community. Perhaps there's something you could donate to a school, particularly your time, not just money. Give some quality time to a community organisation to share the benefits of your business knowledge. And the final sign of life is sensitivity. And if the camera and the microphone on my computer is sensitive enough, you'll hear my neighbour's dog barking. And that's actually a good sign of life, because living organisations are plumbed into their environment for a very, very good reason. Just like organisms, living organisations need to be sensitive to opportunities and to threats. Opportunities to move and grow into new markets and to become more mature. Threats from competitors and political and social factors that we need to factor in for our plans each year to develop and become mature. So how do we become more sensitive? Is it just market research? Well, no, it isn't. The easiest way is to listen. Listen to your colleagues. Listen to your customers. I'm amazed at how many frontline workers know how to run the business better than their managers. I'm jesting here, but in conversations I've had with friends who have superiors, it's a horrible word, that, superiors, actually, isn't it? Supervisors they report to. It's amazing how many of them could do the supervisor's job better. Now, that's usually because they're complaining, but if we were sensitive to what they're saying, just like when we're sensitive to customer complaints, we can really learn some good intel, which will give us some leverage in terms of becoming more vibrant and vital and dynamic. So there you have it, a quick overview of my new book. Part 1 is ready already, on living organisations, the 7 signs of life: movement, nutrition, reproduction, excretion, growth, respiration and sensitivity. If you'd like to know more and you're one of the first 100 people to email me, I will send you a PDF of Volume 1, or Part 1 of the book, with my compliments. And to reach me, you need to come to my Apple address, which is lex_mckee@me.com. Thank you for your time, thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy more of a life to the full as a result of putting some of these ideas into practice. Goodbye for now.